There are over 54 million people of Chinese ancestry living in countries other than China. Many overseas Chinese find themselves a handful of generations removed from their ancestral homeland, the stories of their ancestors quickly graying in memory. Today, an increasing number of Huai, or foreign-born Chinese, are finding their way back to China to learn the language, rediscover the culture, and search for their place in between China and the countries they come from.
My name is Mick Wang from Los Angeles, California. I go to school at Butler University in Indianapolis, Indiana, and I'm studying abroad here in Beijing. I'm actually half Chinese, half Filipino. My dad's side is the Chinese side, my mom's side is the Filipino side. I really had no background with the Chinese up until a couple of years ago. My grandmother died, my nanai, so it was my freshman year of college. It was a time of a lot of change, so I decided that I wanted to take the language so I could maybe use it with my grandfather for the time that we had left together, and maybe make it like even some form of a gift to my grandmother, and something for me to remember her by, maybe speak Chinese someday. It's turned out to be a lot harder than I thought. When I first came here, I definitely experienced culture shock. Nothing like anything I'd ever felt before. I had traveled to a lot of different places before China, including China, and really spending time here has made me realize how American I am, how absolutely American I am. I've been working on this one project about Beipiao, and Beipiao means Beijing floaters specifically, and it terms people that come from different parts of China to live in Beijing and to chase their dream. And it was originally a term coined by people that were coming to Beijing to follow their acting pursuits. So actors and actresses that came to Beijing, that's how the word started, I think. But now it pretty much names anyone that comes to Beijing from a different part of China that's trying to chase that Chinese dream, that non-American American dream. And it's very inspiring to see what people go through. People's migration stories to a new city within their own country. A professor of mine told the class one day that we really wanted to understand the pulse of Beijing. We should go out and ask questions and get to know Chinese people past hello and goodbye and thank you. So I started to think about who I already knew that were from this, or at least I thought were from the city, Chinese people that I had just come across. So I ended up sitting down with 3 people that I met so far in my 4 months here. The first was Jian Wei, who's 22, he's a college student.
My name is Ni Jianwei. My Chinese name, yeah, Ni Jianwei. And my English name is Oliver. Yeah, Oliver. Yeah. And my hometown is in Hubei.
Second was Zheng Yan, who's kind of in the beginnings of his own career. He's 28.
Hello, 我叫钟燕，我来自山东，我现在呢在北京已经待了接近4年了，在北京上了3年学，今年是工作接近1年。
And lastly, my homestay dad, who's in the oil recovery business, or in oil recovery engineering, and he's 32.
我叫周朝辉，我03年来的北京，然后现在在一家国际性的能源公司从事科研工作，主要做一些基础研究和应用研究工作。
After hearing all their stories, I started to realize that there were a lot of similarities.
I came to Beijing to finish my study.
因为北京是一个大城市，全国各地的人呢都希望来北京，它有很多的这个 机会，你可以去挣更多的钱。
当初想的是继续深造，或者说就说继续，因为北京还是第一方面，它的教育水平比较高，这边的大学高校比较多。另一方面还是想着一个就业，在这边能找到比较好的工作，这边就业机会也挺多。
You miss your home a lot
because my dad and my mother, their age is they are old. Yeah, they need our car. Yeah, I think I should give them more car. Yeah.
car, care.
Care.
如果我离开北京，回到了山东，我并不觉得是一种失败。我回山东，我也可以生活得很好，我也可以是成功的。我并不是说我离开了北京，我在北京待不下去了就是失败的。另外呢，你说跟父母是否跟父母这个隔得近或者生活在一起什么，这个呢现在就是在中国也是一种很普遍的现象。
10年以前 22，因为我来自农村，其实我对生活的要求比较低，或者说我们比较容易满足。就是说上大学之前，我们想的是我能够毕业以后回老家找一个体面的工作，那是我的目标。但是上完大学以后，发觉我的目标又往上走了一部分。我想的可能是不是回我老家那种小城市，我会想在一个大城市安家。
When I graduate from my school, if I stay in Beijing, it will be very hard to live. Living in Beijing is expensive, and if I came to my hometown, I didn't to be so difficult.
比如说我们在这儿待3年，或者待5年，如果我们一直买不起房子，那么我只能放弃北京户口，然后跟他一块儿回青岛或者回山东。最关键是北京房子太贵了。
那来北京以后的话，因为我们随着年龄的增长，我们肯定要建立自己的家庭。那么在考虑家庭的时候，就有一个很现实的一个问题，你的工作和你的家庭怎么选择的问题。假如你先有了家庭，那么你找工作肯定是找这个工作就去为这个家庭服务。
I haven't met anyone I like, so I decided to leave. But if someday I met someone, I may fall in love with her, and then I may stay in Beijing with her and build a home.
我留北京呢，一个是他还没毕业，他还在上学，我跟他一块儿上学，陪他。
如果我没有见到恋的话，我就会在北京试着去找工作，而不会去努力的去找工作。
The success contains many affairs, and I have a very harmony family, and a nice job to support my family, and a lot of friends, and we live happy, and then it's success. Yeah.
Maybe I can buy a house and buy a car and have a happy life. Something like this.
Basically, definition of success of my opinion. 就是 the next generation is better than us.
10 years later, I thought I may have 2 children, maybe a son and a daughter, and live the harmony a happy family. Yeah.
You've said what success is for you, to have a family.
Oh yeah.
But what do you think your child's gonna want? That's really far and hard to answer,
yeah. Oh yeah. That's too far. So I don't think too much. I can't answer this question. Oh yeah.
I have plan for 5 years, maybe 5 年. If during the 5 years, if I exercise, I will stay in Beijing for long. Or else I will go back to Shandong with her. If I can buy a house, I can take her.
After 10 years, Xinxin is always 15, and he will in high school.
14.
He'll be studying for the Gaokao.
Maybe in Gaokao, maybe in
SAT.
maybe. So, I think after 5 years we can answer the question. So, if he has ability to settle in USA, we will give her.
I saw this college student, this 28-year-old and this 32-year-old, and I saw them as almost being the same person but in different phases of the same life. The person I related to the most was none of those three people. It was actually Zhou Zhaohui's 4-year-old son. Because when I see him running around, I already know his parents' plans for him in the future. And their plans are to send him to college in America.
就是爷爷奶奶看到你的时候，觉得你就像一个好像新兴的未来一样。也许在新兴的这样的条件、家庭环境、家庭条件下，有一天他也会去美国留学，或者是去别的国家去留学。然后呢，也许他会选择留在那个国家，也许会回来。如果他留在那个国家的话，就像你一样，就是成为一名华人。
He could almost be like my grandfather, in that my grandfather's generation, or those people that first came to America, they had to start all over again. So when I see Xinxin, I can only think about what my grandfather's life was like, and that's what connects me.
Huaren around the world, both in China and overseas, are bonded in a way that runs deeper than physical appearance. Put together, the stories of Bei Piao and the lives of Hua Yi recover the forgotten links in the Chinese migration story, revealing a possible pattern for the future.
You fucked it, friend, it's on its head.